your thing.
I'm a hero. I fight for justice and truth. All right, Benjen versus Babbaloo. Okay.
Benjen, this is a player I haven't seen too much of. Another Axel player. I'm wondering if he's one of our newcomers here. Have you seen this guy before?
I think I've seen him before. I think he kind of sits there with Axel. He doesn't really attack very much. When he gets that one counter hit, he makes a count.
Okay, so maybe it looks like there's something that Fish Traps can learn from this guy. Is it Fish Traps or FSH Traps?
I think he prefers to be called FSH Traps.
But you just like Fish Traps?
I mean, somebody told me that it was Fish Traps, but I'm assuming it's FSH Traps. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, if Fish Traps was his name, you would expect him to be a Dizzy player, but he's an Axel player, just like Benjen here, who's looks like he's not faring too well against Babbaloo. Babbaloo's Raven is running a train on. Wow, I'm just getting word that Babbaloo 2-0'd Benjen in the first round of the tournament, so maybe I think Benjen might be a little shook up. Let's see if he can make an adaptation, identify where Babbaloo's beating him.
Did you see that one good hit with the blitz?
Yeah,
that Benjen did. Is that he gets that one good, he makes a count.
Yeah.
But we'll see if he can do it again. You can't sit there with Axel. You gotta press buttons and at least try to keep him out.
It doesn't seem like his defense is that bad. His DP is pretty good in this game, right?
Benjen's okay. He just sits there.
There's a bad burst if I've ever seen one. That was like a mile in the air. You can't burst when you're collecting flyer miles like that. You want to burst closer to the ground.
It's one of those Canadian mountain bursts. You know what I mean? When you just yell really really loud in the mountain, you think no one hears you.
Like a Ricola burst. Ricola. One of those.
That's right. Mm-hmm. You see how he sits there? Like Benjen just needs to sit there and blocks.
Yeah.
He's really good at defending.
Yeah, I feel like maybe against this character, though, you want to put a little more... Although, I don't know, Raven seems like kind of a mixed bag. He can... the way that Slayer can backdash right through the Axel pokes, it looks like, Raven can just forward dash right through him.
That's true.
So it can be scary. You don't want to overextend,
All right, well, Benjen taking a round by sitting there. I'm a big fan of sitting there.
That is the SteveH special. Is that so? Did you learn that from the DMV, or is that something that the DMV learned from you? What's the chicken and egg on this?
I learned it from the DMV. That DMV and my team of individuals that I played with, my teachers, my brothers in arms. The one thing I learned about fighting it. There were three things I learned about fighting games that I was taught: how to throw, how to block, and how to attack. But the most important thing I learned that my teacher taught me is you can't attack if you can't. You can't attack if you can't block. And you can't throw if you can't block. So blocking is the most important part of it. So that's why I learned to block.
Got to stay alive, for sure.
Exactly.
I feel like defense is the single most underrated skill set in fighting games in general these days. Nobody wants to give any credit to defense, but strong defense can set you so far apart from the crowd.
Sure. Benjen going in for the first time. I've actually seen Benjen actually move. That's actually pretty good. I do feel like defense is definitely overrated now because you have command grabs. I mean, so many characters have ways of opening you up without actually having to walk up and throw you. They can just scoop you. And you get normal.
Well, I don't know. I mean, defense encapsulates more than just sitting and blocking, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's offensive defense where you're pressing buttons at a range and keeping your opponent out.
Yeah, or just jumping out or dashing away or something like that. Defense is kind of not rewarded in this game. This is a bad game to be defensive in general because they'll take your tension for it, and because of the guard bar too, you can't defend for too long. So it's definitely a game that tries to reward offense over defense.
Wow.
And just like that, yeah, Babbaloo, his offense is being rewarded heavily there. It looks like he's making a pretty commanding run against Benjen here.
Nice throw by Babbaloo. Benjen right now not looking too good.
Well, he's already looking better than he did at the beginning of the tournament, right? And here in losers, they said at the beginning of the tournament when they were still both in winners brackets, Babbaloo 2-0'd Benjen. And already Benjen's the one on the board and not Babbaloo. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
It's true.
Here's a combo for Babbaloo already. Ooh, baited the blitz and punished him for it.
It's pretty good. That's one thing about whiffing the burst. A lot of people like to try to blitz out of people's strings. But if you're smart, you let them whiff it like that, and you get counter hit, you go low, it's a lot of damage being taken.
Yep. And, I don't think there's many characters that can do a low from that distance, too, Raven.
True.
There's like 5 Dhalsims in this game.
That's true.
Good stuff, jumping out of the pressure. That's that defense I was talking about. Sometimes you got to know when to jump.
That's true. Wow, and Benjen not finishing his combo.
Yeah, a little bit of an execution error there. Now we got a salty 1-1 going on.
Oh, man. I don't know what Benjen was trying to bait, but I guess he must have missed his combo.
Yeah, I think that was just an execution error. I don't know. Jump dust. Yeah, what was that supposed to be, I wonder? Stand dust, and he just came up too quickly? Maybe he was trying to reset.
He starts the round with a counter. Most Axel players love to do that, right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Misses the instant air Axel Bomber.
Did Raven just do a cross-up? I didn't even know he had one.
Wow, look at the range on those pokes.
Oh, that was a really good bait on the uppercut. Babbaloo looking really strong right now.
Yeah, he's really trying to take this back now. He was embarrassed the first game. He doesn't want that to happen again.
And a command grab to seal the round. You can't break it. You got to jump it, backdash it, uppercut it, super it.
Yeah, Raven's command grab is really quick too, and it's very much unlike other command grabs in the game in that it's actually it's not too much unlike Axel's own command grab, right? Axel's got a little longer startup and easier to identify because of that flash. You know, they really need to add a visual cue or something like that to Raven's, because I've gotten messed up by that a couple times. It's hard to see. It looks just like any of his other pokes.
That's true. You're thinking he's going to do jab, but then it's a command grab, and you try to jump it. It's way too late.
Yep.
Right now, this is match point for Babbaloo. Whoa, nice low. Nice dust by Babbaloo. Can Benjen block it out by sitting there like he loves to do? Will he be able to clutch it out?
No, he tried sitting there, but it wasn't the right direction. Yeah, Raven came down right on his head, trying to find his nest right in Axel's hair.
Oh, he burst it too. Oh, and he gets
air
an air grab.
Closes out. What a commanding victory there. I don't know, man. What do you do about that?
I don't know. You break it. You can break it.
You're like, man, I just got screwed up on the ground. I better put myself in the air. Oh, wow, I just got air grabbed.